Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, master's in counseling psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic, healer, and yogi. In this episode, I'm going to share information about jovial Jupiter transiting into the air sign of Gemini from May 25th, 2024 through June 9th, 2025. You'll want to hear what to expect as this jolly giant jolts through Gemini. Stay tuned until the end of the episode to find out what Gemini Jupiter means for you. Hey listeners, I want to remind you it's a great time to book a reading. So check out my website, jilljardineastrology.com/shop and pick the kind of reading or service you would like. Welcome to the episode on Cosmic Santa Claus, Jupiter jaunting through Gemini. Jovial Jupiter opens up new portals and potentials during this exciting year-long transit. Jupiter is the jolly giant of the zodiac, known as the guru in Vedic astrology, and wherever he graces his presence is where our knowledge, experience, and our understanding will be expanded. Jupiter blesses us with optimism, growth, abundance, prosperity, and generosity. You'll want to stay tuned until the end of the episode when I explain what Jupiter in Gemini means for each zodiac sign. So a little bit about jolly giant Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and in astrology is known as the great benefic and the expander. It is generally agreed upon by astrologers that any Jupiter transit to your natal birth chart will be a good transit. I like to refer to Jupiter as the cosmic Santa Claus or bestowing the Midas touch, because wherever Jupiter transits, it will bestow blessings. If you want more prosperity, it can bring you prosperity. If you want more children, Jupiter will bring you children. Jupiter brings expansion, happiness, and higher knowledge. Jupiter does things on a big scale. Therefore, it always gives a lot. This can be for better or for worse. Remember, expansion can sometimes be too fast or in the wrong places. For example, I always warn my clients when they have Jupiter going over their ascendant, their sun, or their moon in their natal chart to be careful not to overindulge or they will gain weight and more debt. Jupiter is optimistic, so it can sometimes try to expand too fast, and like a bubble being blown up with too much helium, it will pop. Jupiter will certainly bring us prosperity if we focus on it, and if it is having a nice aspect to your natal chart. Jupiter enhances whatever it touches. Jupiter is the karaka or significator for husband, sons, knowledge, philosophy, religion, gurus, teacher. Karaka is the Sanskrit word meaning significator. In other words, Jupiter can bring you a husband if you're looking for one, a teacher, a guru, more knowledge, more wisdom, more news you can use. Here are some positive Jupiter attributes: aspiration, generosity, benevolence, confidence, reverence, charitableness, and kindness. Jupiter has some negative sides as well, including extravagance, indulgence, fanaticism, bigotry, pompousness, impracticality, and gullibility. Transiting to airy and sometimes flaky Gemini, Jupiter may be confounded. Gemini's characteristic objectivity, curiosity, and multifacetedness, and sometimes duplicitous behaviors are not natural to Jupiter's truth-seeking and deeper dives into the nature of reality. Therefore, Jupiter is considered in its detriment in Gemini because it is unfavorably placed in the opposite sign of its home placement, which is Sagittarius. Gemini's opposite Sagittarius, so it's the polar opposite of Jupiter's home court. In Gemini, Jupiter's negative manifestations could show up as lack of follow-through, too many ideas without a plan to set them into motion, gossip, TMI, too much information being shared, lies, wishy-washiness, two-faced types, and indecision. During Jupiter's transit through Gemini, an air sign, it will inspire mental adventurism, fostering a readiness and eagerness for learning and expanding the mind. Apply Jupiter's cosmic energy to become more versatile, sociable, curious, and willing to broaden your perspectives. Jupiter in Gemini thrives on engaging with diverse viewpoints and exploring various angles of an argument or situation. Practical and applicable information and wisdom will be valued, emphasizing the importance of news we can use in our daily lives. During this Jupiter and Gemini cycle, we place strong emphasis and value on the intellect. Look for opportunities to grow and succeed through intellectual, verbal, and written channels. Remember that intelligence and knowledge are major keys to solving problems. Communication and connections will be valued while Jupiter is transiting Gemini. Gemini Jupiter can benefit us when we use our cleverness and ingenuity, embrace versatility, foster sociability, and effortlessly make others feel at ease with warmth and genuine interest. Jupiter's elevated frequency seeks perspective. Rather than a detached, analytical, or detailed examination of any specific situation, Jupiter offers an overarching view, a glimpse of the big picture. Ideally, under Jupiter's influence, we transcend pettiness, mundane worries, and inconveniences. Make sure you consult your astrologer to discover where Jupiter is transiting through your chart, what house of the 12 houses of your natal chart, because that area will be lit up. And you may experience a significant upswing in your life. So the 12 arenas that Jupiter could be transiting through, the 12 houses of the zodiac, are the first house of self, the second house of money, the third house of communication and education, the fourth house of home and family and inner life, the fifth house of creativity, children, pleasure, leisure, the sixth house of health and service, the seventh house of relationships, the eighth house of sex, death, rebirth, money from unearned means, transformation, the ninth house of travel, higher education, higher wisdom, higher knowledge, the 10th house of career and professional life, or what I call dharma, life purpose, the 11th house of friends, groups, associations, also considered a house of gain. And then the 12th house of karma, the unknown, what's hidden, what's behind the veil. So when I do my zodiac forecast for Jupiter and Gemini, I'm doing it based on a solar chart where your sign would be the first house. So for instance, for Aquarius, that means that Jupiter is transiting their fifth house. Now, this is different than the Jupiter transit through your natal chart. That's why it is important to consult an astrologer. Reach out to me at jilljardineastrology.com and set up a reading, because it's very interesting. We're going to have Jupiter transiting through air sign Gemini, and we've got Pluto transiting through air sign Aquarius right now. So there's a little bit of lightening from the heaviness of when Jupiter was transiting Taurus, which is an earth sign, and then Pluto had 14 years transiting Capricorn, another earth sign. So things are about to lighten up from the heaviness of these earth transits. So something Jupiter can do for all of us is open doors, offer positive circumstances in whatever arena it's transiting through your chart, whether it's your solar or your natal chart, and can manifest favorable results and often just outright good luck. Yeehaw! So to kind of get a handle on what might be happening for you personally with Jupiter transiting Gemini, we can go back and look at the previous years when Jupiter transited Gemini, and you can think back to what was going on in your life then. So the most recent transit of Jupiter through Gemini was from June 11th, 2012 until June 25th, 2013. So I invite you to think about what was happening in your life during this previous Jupiter and Gemini cycle. Was this a lucky or challenging cycle for you? Did you have any type of breakthroughs in your life? This cycle should create some ease and luck for air signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, which will be a relief after that Jupiter and Taurus earthy focus, which packed a punch to the physical reality of air signs. So looking back at previous times that Jupiter transited Gemini, we can see if there are any things we can learn from. Jupiter comes back to the same zodiac sign every 12 years. So each time it's called the Jupiter return. Also, if you are born with Jupiter in Gemini, this is a very important cycle for you as it is your personal Jupiter return. Jupiter is the great benefic in astrology, so experiencing Jupiter returning to its natal position will bring luck and expansion. So listen carefully to the previous Jupiter and Gemini cycles. And again, if you were born during any of these, you're having a Jupiter return. As I mentioned, the previous one was from June 11th, 2012 through June 25th, 2013. Think about what was happening in your life back then. And then going back from that, we had Jupiter in Gemini July 1st, 2000 to July 12th, 2001. From March 11th, 1988 through July 30th, 1989. From December 31st, 1977 to August 11th, 1978. Also in 1977 from April 4th, 1977 through August 20th, 1977. It was also in Gemini in 1976, August 24th, 1976 through October 16th, 1976. So there was a big chunk of time there from August 76 through August 78, which is 2 years. That's because it was going back and forth between Gemini and Cancer. So that was really one cycle. And then in the 60s, Jupiter was in Gemini April 23rd, 1965 through September 20th, 1965. And in the 50s, May 10th, 1953 through May 23rd, 1954. So again, if you were born in any of those cycles, you're experiencing your Jupiter return, and it should be a lucky time for you.
Hallelujah!
Stay tuned for when I come back and tell you what Jupiter transiting your sun sign means. Would you like more wealth, prosperity, and love in your life? Would you like to develop your intuition so you can make better decisions in life and you know what the truth is and not the narrative that's being run out there in the media and alternative media and social media? Well, I have developed an online course to help you. I'm applying my years of experience of helping clients have more successful, prosperous, happy, and fulfilling lives with metaphysical techniques, tools, and powerful positive processes. I have created a series of empowering workshops. Check out my online courses on Sanskrit mantras for wealth, prosperity, love, and to develop your intuition. Check it out at my website, jilljardineastrology.com/M as in Mary, C as in cosmic, S as in scene. jilljardineastrology.com/MCS. Welcome back. So let's talk about what Jupiter transiting Gemini means for each sun sign. We'll start with Aries. Jupiter lights up your solar third house of communication and education, presenting opportunities in these areas. You may increase your knowledge and skill set and find much enjoyment in so doing. Neighbors or relatives could prove helpful. You express your ideas with more enthusiasm and positivity, and they are received well. There's a possibility of receiving positive news or announcements that benefit you. Creative juices flow smoothly. Taurus, your solar money house is activated, giving confidence and enthusiasm about your ability to earn a living and attracting more resources. You're more likely to look for opportunities to improve your future financial situation. Money problems from the past may clear up during this period. Any efforts toward enhancing your economic circumstances can be rewarded, such as seeking a salary increase or applying for loans. Gemini, tag you're it. Jupiter, the jolly giant, blesses you with luck and expansion. Things flow smoothly and opportunities abound. Focus on the improvements you want to make in your life, as you can accomplish much during this Jupiter cycle. Your powers of manifestation are at a peak. Events occur that help you overcome problems that previously seemed challenging or insurmountable. Take advantage at this opportune time. Cancer. Jupiter transiting Gemini activates your house of karma. So, as you have sown in the past, so shall you reap. Some unexpected boons may come back to you thanks to the good deeds and fruitful seeds you have planted in the past. You may be seeking expansion in your spiritual side and seek to know yourself and get in touch with your soul. Jupiter offers you spiritual protection. Leo. Jovial Jupiter transits your solar 11th house, bringing benefits from friends, networking activities, and energy to formulate broad, long-term goals. You can rely on your friends for their help and support, and your circle of friends could likely increase during this fruitful transit. There is a possibility of increased public recognition and professional success. Virgo. This can be a time of achievement, career advancement, and success in business. Your worldly or public status may change for the better. Authority figures or other influential people tend to look upon you favorably, see more potential in you, and readily help you along. So work it. You can enjoy more freedom or possibly more responsibilities, but you are enthusiastic about career changes during this cycle. Libra. Gemini Jupiter and fellow air sign comes alive in your solar 9th house, giving enhanced luck. You feel as if the universe truly has your back. Circumstances work out in miraculous ways. Opportunities pop up for travel, and the desire to expand your horizons is ignited. Writing and studying flow more naturally. Scorpio. Jolly Jupiter jaunts through your solar 8th house, ruling joint finances, shared resources, loans, taxes, sexuality, intimacy, healing, personal transformation, research, investigation, and psychological matters. So all these things will get lit up by Jupiter in the 8th house. This is a time of increased psychological understanding, intimacy, and perhaps accumulation of wealth. Financial gains may come through a partnership, or there may be an increase in partner's income. Sagittarius, Jupiter jaunts into your relationship house, bringing in new friends and lovers. This bodes well for benefits through partnerships, including marriage, business partnerships, negotiations, and contractual agreements. Others will be kindly disposed to you and perhaps bring opportunities and good tidings. It's a positive time to make requests from other people and ask for help. Capricorn, Jupiter jumps into your solar house of work and health, as well as daily routines. This transit enhances your ability to handle the details required to do a good job, and others become more aware of your skills. Benefits may come through work itself, co-workers, or employees during this cycle. Any type of service that you provide is likely to go well now, mainly because you're finding more joy in being of service. And it's a good time for any health interventions. Go see your doctor and healers and keep up the good work in both health and service. Aquarius, jump for joy as Jupiter is now trine your sun and visiting your solar house of creativity. Get ready for your fair share of fun, romance, and good times. Your willingness to enjoy yourself and explore your creativity now brings new opportunities, or you might find that new avenues open up to you for exploring new ways of pleasure. Love and romance can come into your life, or an existing romance is enhanced and amplified.
Ooh la la!
Pisces, Jupiter blesses you with benefits to home, family, property, and domestic comfort matters. Improvements to your home life, family, and basic psychological foundation are in focus. Opportunities to buy or sell real estate for financial gain may present themselves. Home improvements and renovations are favored, as is moving to a new dwelling, as more spacious or larger homes are likely now. I hope you enjoyed this episode on Jupiter's transit through Gemini. Remember to subscribe, download, share, and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, sending jovial and jolly Jupiter vibrations through the quantum field.